Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me for another violin tuition video. Today we're going to be looking at Rolling Hills, which is a piece from Thomas Gregory's Vamoosh Book 1. Before we start playing, let's get our bodies warmed up just like we do every lesson. Make sure that we've got our noble necks let's turn our heads to one side and the other side and the other side and the other side. Really good. Thinking about all that stuff that Nicola Benedetti's taught us in her YouTube series. Let's shrug shoulders up and down, up and down, up. And the last one, before we drop, can we roll them back so that we're rolling it down through our backs? Oh, very nice. Well done. Okay, next thing, let's do our fidgeting fingers. Fists, stars, fidget, stars, fists, fidget, stars, fists. Very good. Rotating wrists. And the other way. Excellent, guys. Well done. Okay, let's now warm up our bow hold. So let's take our bows. Let's put our bows into the wrong hand to just make sure that our right hand is ready. So right hand out in front, bring it down, these two middle fingers down, flip it over, get your thumb behind that top wrinkle of your middle finger. Now our hand's a little rabbit in the forest and it's going to come down, it's going to bite onto this piece of wood. Now this piece of wood tastes really disgusting, so the rabbit's really sad, so its ears droop down, remembering that our pinky can tap on the end. Now we're going to poke our thumb through, slightly readjust your hands, and then now I want us to do some windscreen wipers. Very good. Now we're going to cut some shapes. And I'd like you to pause the video and practice all those different cutting shapes. Let's do our flappy hands. 3, 2, 1, and flap. And again, 3, 2, 1, flap. Very, very good, guys. Well done. Okay, let's now get our violins and we're going to practice our finger warm-up. I'm just going to make myself a little bit bigger. Wrong thing. Okay, so let's warm up all of our fingers first, our bows and our fingers. So can you please repeat back after me on the open D string? Here I go, me then you. You. Now me. D and A. A and D. Very good, guys. Well done. Okay, next thing, we're going to warm up our fingers. So we're going to walk up the scale. So we're going to start off with D. Then we're going to add, I'm just going to move myself so you can see my fingers. We're going to start off with D. Then we're going to add our first finger, and then our second finger, then our third finger. Okay, here I go. Minims on each note. D. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. Very good. Can we do that exact same pattern now, but can we do it on the A string? And we're going to do 2 bows per note. Sounds like this. Great, well done. Can we now try doing that pattern on both of the strings, please? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Great, guys, well done. Can we now do it backwards? So we're going to start from the top and we're going to descend. One thing that I find really tricky about this is going from no fingers on the A string when I do my open A to get down to my 3 fingers on the D string. So you just need to make sure that your hand is ready to move so that we're keeping our hands in this nice open position. Can we try it on this rhythm? We're going to go ta, ti, ti, ta, ta for each note. Ready? Starting off with the 3rd finger on the A string. Here we go. 3, 4. Open A. Get ready. Here's the tricky bit. Great, well done, guys. Fantastic. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a brand new piece of music today. As I think I already said, we're going to have a look at Rolling Hills, which is from Thomas Gregory's Vamoosh book 1. Can you see above me, I've got a finger chart that's telling me all of the notes that I have in this piece, and it's also telling me all the fingers. And if you have a look at the box below me, it's telling us all of the Kadai sounds, okay? Now, before we do anything else, can we just have a look at the key signature, okay? So can you see that you've got the swirly G clef? You've also then got some hashtags. I'm going to tell you all about that in a later video. Don't worry about that too much for now. And then the next thing is where we've got the time signature. So those are two numbers on top of each other. The top number tells us how many beats there are in a bar, and the bottom number is like a code, and the 4 stands for crotchet or tar beats, okay? So that time signature is going to tell us there are 3 crotchet beats in a bar, okay? So let's have a look at the first line. Yep, you can see that there are 3 crotchets, and then there's a bar line, so it's telling us there are 3 crotchet beats in a bar, okay? So what we also have is this whole line, they are all on the A string, and that very last note, can you see it's like a 2, but it's got a dot after it. That dot, so normally if it's not coloured in, it's going to be called a minim, and then because it's got a dot after it, we're going to call it a dotted minim, okay? Now all a dot does to the note is it halves the note, cuts the note in half, and it adds half on again. So therefore 2 divided by 1 is 1, therefore 2 plus 1 is 3. Yes, agreed? And our Kadai sign for that is going to go like this, 3. So can we say the Kadai sign for the whole of the first line? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta, 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 3. Great, can we try playing that rhythm on the A string, please? A bit slower, ready? 1, 2, 3. Second bar, third bar, 3. Great, guys, well done. Now, if you have a look at that first line, all of those notes are actually on the A string. So what I'd like you to do now is figure out all of those notes for me. I'll give you a clue. The very first note is a D, and the last note is an A. You've got 5 seconds to figure out all those notes. Go. We're going to say those notes together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. D, 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 C, B, A, B, C, D, A. Very good. I'm now going to give you 10 seconds to please figure out all of the fingers in that bar. Go. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, A, 1, 2, 3, A. Very good. Can we now please try saying those fingers and pizzicato? So let's get our thumbs here, bring it to the corner of the fingerboard. First finger, second finger, and third finger. Curve that first finger around like a wiggly worm onto the A string. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, A. 1, 2, 3, A. Excellent. Arco. Here we go. First finger, second finger, third finger. Make sure we've got this nice curve here. Make sure that we're doing our perfect bow holds. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very nice, guys. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at the second line. Can you see that the Kadai sounds are exactly the same as the first line? And basically the shape is exactly the same as well. So it's going to start off 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, D. And then if we have a look at the third and fourth lines of the second line, they have got a different shape. Can you see it starts the note, goes up, then it goes back down, and then it steps back down again. So could you just please figure out all of the notes of the second line for me? You've got 5 seconds to figure out every single note. Go. Let's say the notes. Ready? 2, 3. G, 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 F, E, D, E, F, E, D. Very good. Now let's try saying the fingers. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3. 2, 1, D. 1, 2, 1, D. Very good, guys. Well done. Let's try saying and pizzicato. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, D. 1, 2, 3. Great, guys, well done. Can you please try the whole of the first 2 lines? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Now let's have a look at the second line. Second line, the first 3 bars are identical, aren't they? It's going to go D, E, F. So the notes are going to go, sorry, the fingers are going to go D, 1, 2. Can we practice that? Let's just go straight into that arco because I reckon you guys can do it. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. D. Let's try that pattern again. So it's going to go D, 1, 2, and you're going to play that pattern 3 times. So we go 1, 2, 3. Great, well done, guys. Now have a look at the last bar, the last note in that line. It's a G, it's on the second line. And if we have a look at our note, our finger chart at the top, it tells us that we use our third finger to play that note. So play the whole of the third line then, please, guys. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Very good, guys. Well done. Let's have a look at the fourth line now. We've got another thing where we've got those 3 bars that are the same pattern over and over again. We've got E, F, G. E is 1 step higher than a D, therefore we need our first finger. F's 2 steps higher than a D, therefore we need our second finger. G's 3 steps higher than a D, therefore we need our third finger. So can we try playing 1, 2, 3, that pattern 3 times? So we go 1, 2, 3. Great. Now if we have a look at the end of that bar, can you see we've got A, B, C. So we start off with open A, then our first finger, then a C. So can we try the whole of the fourth line this time? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very nice, guys. Well done. Can we now try playing that fourth line one more time? Can you see that there's loads and loads of information all about interpretation to make this piece sound really exciting with that fourth line? You see it starts off saying MP, and we've spoken about this before about these being dynamic. So M stands for moderate or medium, and P stands for piano. Okay, so MP stands for moderately piano, or in our really fancy Italian words, mezzo piano. Okay, we're going to try medium quiet. Okay, then we start medium quiet, and then can you see that we've got this symbol that means getting louder and louder? So you're going to have to increase the pressure of your bow and increase the amount of bow that you are using. Okay, let's try that all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. More bow. Great, well done. Okay, let's have a look at the very, very last line now. Can you see that every single note, it starts off on the highest note that we played in this piece, and every step, every note goes down 1 step, okay? This is what we call a scale. If you're moving up and down in steps, like what we played at the beginning when we're going D, 1, 2, 3, A, 1, 2, 3, and we're going back down, this is exactly the same. It's a scale, but it's descending, it's going down. So all we need to do is just take off a finger to make the pitch slightly lower. So we start off with our third finger for a D, and then we go D, C, B, A, G, F, 1, D. Can we try that? Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, A, 3, 2, 1, D. Now we've played most of that last line. If you have a look at the last 2 notes, it goes E and then D. So therefore it's going to be 1 and then D. Let's try that all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now 1 and D. 1, D. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great. Now to make this sound really, really magical with our really, really excellent interpretation, we're going to do the opposite dynamic in this line, okay? So we start off at the top, so we start off at our maximum dynamic, so our heavier bow pressure with more bow, and then by the end of it, we're going to creep down our dynamic level by less bow and lighter pressure. Okay, it's going to sound like this. It might sound a little bit crunchy, but because we're beginning, that's okay. So here we go. Oops. What you can also do to make it even quieter is you can turn the hairs of your bow slightly so that there are fewer hairs coming into contact with the string. It's going to make it a bit quieter. Okay, what I would suggest you do now, guys, is that you pause the video, have a practice of this piece. Now we're going to go on and play it with the backing track, the whole piece. Here we go. Good luck. Well done, everybody. What I'd like you to do in your practice this week is making sure that you're making that really fantastic transition between open A and third finger on the D string. This is something that I find really tricky, so I'm going to make sure that before the next practice session, I have a practice of that. The other things I want you to work on is making sure that your dynamics are really, really exaggerated. So experimenting with your different bow lengths and your different bow pressures. Remember, more pressure equals more volume. More bow also equals more volume. So really well done today. Please keep playing, keep recording yourselves, and I'll see you soon for another video. Really well done.